Um, Recording in progress. Perfect. So we will record the session. But well, first of all, I would like to welcome you all to this roundtable. This is the last roundtable of this year after a little break that we had. And with this final roundtable of 2023, we want to enhance knowledge sharing among cities within the Fab City community. And in today's session, hold on, it's not, yeah, right. In today's session, we will focus on exploring projects of the two Latam cities, Fab City Curitiba and Fab City Córdoba, ensuring a deeper dive into the essence of sustainable urban development. We will then jump into the Q&A section where you will be able to ask any remaining questions that you have from the speakers. And at the end, we will give you also an overview of some of the upcoming events. And then afterwards, we will close this session. So why Latam region? The Latam region has been very active recently in generating great examples and practices that we believe can inspire the rest of our global community. And this very much relates to the goal of the roundtables as well, which is to promote synergies and multi-level knowledge exchange within Fab City Global Initiative by inviting experts and Fab City representatives to discuss current and trending topics. And from Fab City Córdoba, they will share valuable insights into their journey towards sustainable and self-sufficient living, offering a glimpse into the innovative projects that Córdoba is creating to transform into a regenerative urban ecosystem. So the speakers from Córdoba will be Alvaro Toledo, who is the director of Co-Factory at Fab City Córdoba. We'll have Matias Nieto, who is a product designer and a person who's focusing on a stakeholder projects. And we'll also have Lucas Gonzalez, who is programmer and is representing Córdoba Smart City funding. That was amazing. And I would like to now invite Fab City Córdoba. I believe Alvaro is starting with his presentation to our online stage, if you're guys ready.
Okay, well, hello everyone. It's amazing that you show from Curitiba. Congratulations. And are you hearing me well?
Perfectly.
Yeah? Okay, thank you. We are learning about the global network, this amazing global network, and it's a pleasure to show what we are doing to this part of the world. So I began to share the screen. Well, first, thanks for CorLab, Córdoba Acelera, Municipality of Córdoba, and Co-Factory that support this project, and of course the local stakeholders to support this Fab City. So I'm going to talk about Fab City Full Stack, and we are implementing Fab City Full Stack in Córdoba. But we believe the first step, because as you know, we are new in the global network. We are 4 months since July. So I think the first step before implementing the Fab City Full Stack in our city, the first step is to define a strategy and connect the local community and establish a roadmap with stakeholders. What is this? We are implementing the Canvas, thanks for Neil Herschenfeld, Thomas Diaz, and Kate Armstrong, the teachers in Bhutan that show how it's working, this Canvas. So we are detecting the product capacity of Córdoba, the learning programs in Córdoba. Sorry. We are developing different projects and identifying the community groups here in Córdoba. And for us, this is the first step to make a strategy. Okay. Well, before becoming a member, we make a stakeholder event to show how Fab City works to the local community. And after that, we make a local Fab City event once again to show to the community. And I think, as I said, the first step is because for us, it's difficult to show to the institution and the local community to understand how Fab City works, And this event helped us to implement the Fab City full stack. Well, after Bhutan, we made the first Fab City festival. It was last Friday, 24 November, into the first Ibero-American Fab Labs meeting. It was very interesting because 22 countries participate in this event. I'm watching here Aristarco, Paco Flores from Mexico, and others who participate in the Ibero Fab Labs. So it helped us to show to the local community, and with the social media and the newspapers help us to show to the community at the first step. We made 10 conference, 12 projects exhibition, 3 boot camps. We set up a live radio for 4 hours into the terrace, showing the events and the interviews, and we made a networking with the local community. And well, it helped us to, once again, to show to the local community about Fab City. And I'm going to show you the stakeholder projects. And this is the website of Fab City Córdoba, fabcitycordoba.org. There you can see the projects. And well, finally, I'm going to show the Fab City full stack to implement an strategy. I think it's very important first to discover the different layers, the 7 layers of full stack. The first one is to develop infrastructure and technology for local production. In this way, Fab City works here in Co-Factory. We have 1,000 quad meters in our city, but I'm going to show you the Fab City Hub Córdoba project that is 2,500 quad meters, and I'm convinced that the first layer, it's so important to define the future of Fab City here. So I invite to watch the project. Well, as I said, our vision is to develop the first step is to develop a strong first layer to give to the population of the citizens a strong infrastructure. So after the first layer, we are developing the second layer, and Lucas is going. Mati is going to talk about this.
Hi guys, nice to meet you. Well, we find here the layer number 2, enable new forms of learning. For example, we here in Co-Factory, we have AR and VR to learn digital fabrication. For example, you can scan a code and you can see in your phone, for example, how the router CNC or the laser cut house work, and you can learn about this. And we have A5G, AR and VR solution that is one of our stakeholders, that they implement AR and VR solutions to users. They found that they can learn 6 times faster and remember the content 10 times more because they focus in this attention in learning new things. One important thing about this is A5G is part of the Córdoba Smart City Founding. It's a project of our city and it's very, very important. Also, we work in the San Pedro Apostol High School with the architecture Carol Burton, and the idea here is show the kids how we can design and produce through the digital fabrication things like this. For example, this is a small house, and they learn about work in team and collaborative design. And
Sorry, this is so important because uh, when I was in Bhutan, Rico was talking about the kids and the education in the young citizens. So it's the first time that we are implementing through Carol Burton, architect, we are implement digital fabrication into the high school. This is like historical, so it's important to work with kids and high schools. Okay, thank you.
3D printed Academia Hellbot, and this is so important because they facilitate the access to technology and they promote courses of different levels and very affordable prices. And it's really amazing how the 3D print start to be more accessible to all these people in Cordoba, and we are really happy to see how this kind of technology help students and people in our city.
Okay. Layer 3 with Lucas.
Hi, everyone. Well, as for the third layer of the canvas, well, we have already started with with the founding Córdoba Smart City, and we aim to promote the modernization and innovation in the public sector by developing and contributing to the development of the smart city. We have so far reached to many projects. We got to present 385 projects, of which 16 were selected for investment. There was an average of $100,000 invested in these startups. We aim to innovate the state, the city, like the full city, to make an ecosystem. So far, we have these stakeholders. These are the examples of the companies, the projects that were founded so far. There are many coming, and well, since those projects aim to improve our city in different ways. For example, we have, sorry about that. We have some projects intending to provide loop farms or recycling units, like portable recycling units as residue, or bearing, like taking into account the disabled people, like the blind, with projects to help them read, to scan text and making things easier for them. Those projects are, those projects are the ones that the like constitute the third layer so far, but we intend to make it even, to take it even further. And then for the fourth layer, which involves the third one, that depends somehow in the third one, or we try to orchestrate efforts between the local communities and initiatives. And to do that, well, Cordoba in 2022 reached 50 tons of electronic waste, just electronic waste, not without bearing in mind appliances, home appliances, and other like dishwashers and stuff like that. Just electronic waste was 50 tons, and that amount was processed and turned into raw materials to use and produce new products in the manufacture and recycling. And now Alvaro will continue on that line.
Okay, thank you, Lucas. And it's important to orchestrate the effort between local communities. As we said, the third layer to incubate the projects, and it's important the founding of our city. Okay, so well, another effort that we are doing is to improving daily life of people with special needs. We are working with institutions. With Fab City, we work with companies, institutions, entrepreneurs working together. And one of the institution is Farfalina, and it's amazing who work with people with special needs and try to reduce the gap and promoting the labor inclusion. Well, another event about it. This event was about sustainability and mobility. Sorry. So we designed a challenge with Red Bull, another stakeholder in the layer 4, to design new products through garbage, and another stakeholder to give the festivals, the industry of electronic music from responsible production. BMP from Ivana Balay is a festival from Argentina to the world, and they are developing a different projects and festival. This is important because we have different verticals or different columns in the smart city of Fab City. So the festival is important for us too. The fifth layer is promoting place-based intervention. We are finishing now. So with Red Bull, we are trying to transform the aluminum cans into merchandising. We are doing in another festival, Batalla de los Gallos, and we are developing with another stakeholder on my plastic, transforming the waste into products with value. And we are transforming, as I said, the garbage with another company. And with digital fabrication, we produce different products, and now we are working with municipality of Córdoba. This is a project that will be implemented in the public spaces through digital fabrication and traditional manufacturing. And Cyclear, another stakeholder, is developing an application to resolve the waste problem in our city. And the last project with a local stakeholder, this project is so interesting because in Argentina we have a lot of water, but this stakeholder, Reina Paz, developed a system to recover raining water, gray and black water, to be used in the establishment. So as you can see, we are working in Fab City Córdoba with the 7 layers and different kind of verticals. How would you say verticals? Okay. So and the last project, sorry, this is a digital platform to facilitate the supply of local products, materials, and service. This is networking.com.ir, and I repeat, they can commerce with local, just local materials and just local services to develop the local production. Well, I think this all of Fab City Córdoba, and as I said, we are protagonists of change, like this beautiful and amazing global network.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Alvaro. That was amazing. And Lucas. And oh my God, I'm so sorry. I forgot the name. Matias, my brain.
So yeah, I see that Frida already pasted the useful links in the chat. We can continue this conversation. You can share your email here if you would like to receive more updates and more useful resources. You can also subscribe to our newsletter, and you can subscribe also to our blog. We post all the goodies there, and we send monthly newsletters that we believe can be very useful and beneficial for the network and everybody involved. So yeah, let's stay connected. Thank you very much again for joining. And if there's no other contribution, we can leave the room and see each other again next year.
Thank you.
Thanks so
Bye-bye.
much, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks,
Thank you.
Curitiba.
Bye-bye.